Hi, welcome back. In this video, we will address the Agile Manifesto. Actually, we will look at the Agile Manifesto in two videos. The very first one, this one, we will talk about the manifesto itself, and in the second one, which will be a dedicated video, we will address the 12 principles behind the Agile Manifesto. The Agile Manifesto starts with a sentence stating that we are uncovering better ways of developing software by doing it and helping others do it. This statement at the very beginning is often overseen, but it is very important because all the people that signed the Agile Manifesto were actual practitioners compared to many people that are just consultants. And as practitioners, they had lived through building large and complex software systems. So when they talk about these 4 values stated in the Agile Manifesto, this is not based on theory, this is based on actual practice. Let's go through these value statements one by one. The first statement is individuals and interactions over processes and tools. First of all, if you look at this, it's always over, not instead of. Over means that whenever we are in a conflict between these two things, in this case being the interactions between individuals, and on the other hand, fixed processes and tools, we would always value the one on the left higher than the one on the right. If you look at different agile ways of working, be it Scrum, be it extreme programming, be it other things, they all can be considered as a process. And many of these processes come with tools that help us follow that process. For example, tools that help us manage our product backlog, such as Jira and many other tools. But whenever we are in a conflict between a process like Scrum and the interactions between individuals, we would value the interactions higher than the process itself. The second statement is working software. Today I replace it mostly with working product over comprehensive documentation. Again, this does not mean that documentation is bad or obsolete. If you look at a product backlog, for instance, it is a sort of documentation, but it is not as detailed as a traditional requirements document. And our intention is to first and foremost build software or build product increments quickly so that we can gather input and feedback and based on that improve over time. But wherever needed, we would also create the required documentation with the systems that we build. Statement number 3 is customer collaboration over contract negotiation. Again, contracts are not necessarily bad, and in many cases, contracts are needed. But even if we do have contracts with our customers, for instance, we would value a deep collaborative approach with that customer higher than just following whatever is stated in the contract. Because ultimately, it is our goal to create value for our customers, to create happy customers, so that these customers decide to work with us on a long-term basis. The final statement is responding to change over following a plan. Whenever I explain this statement to my students, I always connect it to a quote apparently stated by Dwight D. Eisenhower, saying, "All plans are worthless, but planning is everything." Now, when you look again at all agile ways of working, for example, Scrum, there is a dedicated event called sprint planning, which means that planning, the activity of planning, has some value. We want to create alignment in terms of the work that we want to do in a certain period of time. But whenever we realize that there is some change needed, we will not stick to the plan. We will make the changes needed in order to delight our customers and deliver value to them. Last but not least, the Agile Manifesto closes with a sentence below the 4 statements that we just talked about. And this sentence states, Despite valuing the things that are written on the right-hand side, which is about documentation, about planning, about processes and tools, and about contracts, we value the things on the left more. Again, whenever we are in a conflict between these two things, we would choose the one on the left, which does not mean that the things on the right don't have any value. One thing that I want to add as we're talking about the Agile Manifesto is the following. A lot of people say that if you don't have these values at play in your organizations, you can't become agile. You shouldn't even try implementing frameworks such as Scrum. My answer is always, values are created through action. And when we work according to Scrum, when we work according to XP, we deliberately build these values into the culture of our organization because we're following the actions on a consistent basis. In our next video, we will explore the 12 principles behind the Agile Manifesto. I'll see you then.